Hello everyone. I would like to introduce you to a new book. This is Astrology Restored, being an introduction to the general and chief part of the language of the stars in 4 books. I found this most fascinating. It is somewhat in the King's English, so to speak, like the King James 1611. In the first book, they'll be proving the legality of astrology, both by scripture, reason, and the testimony of the ancients and learned in former ages, so forth. The second book is the method teaching the names and characters of the planets and signs. The third book is fully comprehending the influences and rules for electing any manner of work never before made public in our mother tongue. The fourth is a most easy introduction, teacheth by revelations of the years of the world, eclipses, great conjunctions, comets, blazing stars, how to judge by the ordinary, and so forth. This was by William Ramsay, studying astrology, physics, and the most heavenly and sublime sciences. Astra regiunt homines led regit author Deus, that's Latin. Published by the Authority of London, Robert White, 1653. Just for a quick overview, you can take a look here. I'm going to leave a link. This is a ebook online. It's a PDF ebook. I'm running it through Firefox. I don't know if the other browsers will support this or not, but I will leave a link. You can see it here in the frame, but I'll leave the link below, and hopefully you'll be able to click over to that file and just take a look. I want to go to page 21 because this is the start of it. Actually, it'll give you all the chapters over here of the contents of the first book, Astrology Fully Vindicated and Defended. And you can just check this out. But over here, I have a whole list. I got this out of a list that I already have of ebooks, and it'll just shoot you online to the book that you want, and it tells you how big it is. It's HTML doc files, and there's one that's I need to open. But there are a lot of them in here. There are some of Dane Rudyard's work. Dane Rudyard is who Jeffrey Green Wolfe learned from. This is the guy he recommends. So I can't speak highly enough of these 2 books, the Dane Rudyard. And then the Claudius Tetrabiblios is in here as well. And you know, I've had people argue with me that this is not an astrology book. Yes, it is. It's just hidden like everything else was. All your scriptures, even the book I just showed you, he's telling you it's the testimony of the scriptures, both by the testimony of the scriptures, fathers, ancients, and the confession of councils, with a clear vindication of the authors, lux veritatis, that's the illuminated, from the vilifying reproaches of Dr. Holmes and his second, and the purity of the science remaineth untainted, notwithstanding all their reply. That this, to me, I didn't believe astrology when I was younger. Of course, all I knew was Western astrology, and it was never right. But when I got into actually looking at the stars and realizing, hey, they're all lying. And then I found Vedic astrology, which gives you the proper placement of the stars, but then some of their characteristics they're not really, all of them are associative, But I found that information in Alchemy. But this book here was quite unique and very informative. And I suggest if you read anything, read this. The older the material that we get our hands on, the actual better information that we have. It's less tainted than what we have today is, more than half of the crap in it has just been added later. When this guy's going back to the beginning and digging. But back to these files, I'll just scroll down real slowly and take a look. And you can literally just type in what you see here and with HTML document, and it'll take you ebook, and it'll take you Astrology of God, Astrology of the Seers, Vedic astrology, Midwives astrology. There's all kind of all around the zodiac practical astrology. The Astrology of God. And that was written in the stars before God created man. He created the sun, the moon, and the stars for signs. It's the first thing, not seasons. Signs come first. Because it's a story up there. And we're starting to learn this story. There's a lot of blank pages in this one. Or is it just not loaded? Here we go. I usually prefer the older books. Let's check the date of the publish on this one. 7-star books. 2010. So you have to take this one with a grain of salt, but any of the older documents, like and here's another one, the Eyewitness Companions. There are web courses in here. The Liquid Light of Sex, Esoteric Astrology. And you can find just about anything in here. This is my list. And these, Jeff Green's 2 works are in here as well. That you can just click on these and it'll take you there. You can just put his name in with HTML document PDF and it'll pop up. There are all kinds of books here. I've been learning quite a bit. The Astrology of Space, Tibetan Astrology. I like to take what's around the world and all the ones that match. If you can find another witness, this is how I do it. When I'm going through these old zodiacs or old archetypes, archons, scriptures, astrology books, you follow the patterns. And when you can find more than one witness about a subject, then it's more likely going to be more factual than those that you only hear once. A certain thing about Saturn, you only hear it once. Well, but if you've got 3 or 4 cultures around the world that never had anything to do with each other, and they're telling you the same thing about the same planets, well, 2 and 2 adds up to 4. You have more than one witness. Here's some more of that Saphirial Kabbalistic astrology. They have a dictionary here that helped me out a little bit. That might come useful to you all who got the Kabbalistic astrology book. But you can go through this list and see the ones you like. Here it is. That's it right there. And you can also open these up in your Adobe readers if you like. You can download them and put them in your Adobe readers, or you can pull them straight off of the internet. You really don't need me to do this, but I will leave a link for the one that I'm introducing here. Astrology Restored is the name of this book. And I thought that's important because to me that's the most important thing. And I know this is hard to read. Your U's are V's. Your S's look more like an F than an S, but it's restored, not reftored. But you have to get used to that's the way they wrote it then. There was no, like we have it now. Well, you can see here it's that slight, we have the real serpentine now. All right. Oh, and while we're here, I've been doing the rest of your charts, but they keep changing the way we read our comments and the way we reply to them. Now, I have all of you's names and birth dates and information and such, but as I've been doing these charts, I am not able to send you an email to tell you your chart is up. And I have them on my other channel, and a lot of you don't know about that yet. So here we go. It's Celestial Voyages. You can just come over here. You can see that I'm starting to upload the videos over here, and I'm going to move to this channel strictly for these videos, and I'll keep the just when I'm talking to you guys or sharing books or this and that, I'll keep them here on this channel, so that this is to those of you who don't want to sit through these videos. Now, some of them aren't birthdays, like the celestial events of 2017. This has nothing to do with some of this. Is what's going to go down this year, really up through 2020. A couple of things that, like, we're going to have a eclipse this year, and then we'll have a Saturn-Sun conjunction on the solstice this year, and then into 2020, and what all that's leading up to. And so there are more than just those videos here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post this video in my 11 channel, and link this one here. So here you go. And Astrology Restored. 4 books. Gotta have it. Great read. And have a nice day.